This is going to be a very special recap because I'm going to be talking about Hello, Hellhole, the very first Eddsworld episode I ever saw. It was the year 2008 when a friend of mine showed it to me for the first time, and it was Hello, Hellhole that made me an Eddsworld fan. It was the strangest, silliest, most out there piece of animation I'd ever seen on the internet, and I loved it. But with a name like Hello, Hellhole, what exactly can you expect from something like this? Well, there's no better way to sum it up than by playing this clip from the interview I did with Tom.
They try to watch a DVD, but the TV explodes, so then they just decide to Google how to go to hell, and then they go to hell, and then they do some things in hell, and then they leave.
Yeah, it's really basic. In fact, compared to earlier episodes, this is probably the simplest one so far. Episodes like Dudette Next Door and the Zombie Attack trilogy had some sort of conflict and overarching story. Hello, Hellhole doesn't have either of those. But you know what? I don't think it really needs them. Because the big thing that makes Hello, Hellhole so enjoyable is its humor. The lack of any reason behind their decision to literally go to hell is hilarious. The idea of hell itself being both a place of eternal damnation and a pleasant tourist attraction is hilarious. The fact that the only real pain the guys go through comes from getting glimpses of some utterly ridiculous personal hells is hilarious. It's almost like watching an episode of The Simpsons or Futurama, both of which Ed was a fan of. It's just an onslaught of joke after joke, and all of them are great. Even some gags like the Line Rider bit, which might come off as a bit out of place. If there was anything I had to say I think it missed, well, I would have liked to see more character-based jokes. With a show like Eddsworld, most of the time when you're just putting the characters in an interesting scenario, the episode writes itself. But the only ones we get are in the personal hell sequence. Some of them work, but the other two don't really make that much sense. When has Matt ever expressed that much hatred towards Ed? And Tom's bit with the black man from outer space, despite how much it made me laugh, just seems random for the sake of being random. If there's any place where the humor works completely, it's the animation. It has that classic Eddsworld crudity, but what I love most about it are the expressions. Ed was always so good at giving his characters the best possible physical and facial expressions, and it definitely shows here. Just look at Tom's face when he falls from the ceiling in this restaurant. You just see his eyes open really wide, no mouth, no real pain or suffering. It's just great. The whole episode is great too. Hello, Hellhole will always have a special place in my heart. As an introduction to Eddsworld, it pretty much sums up everything that makes the show so great. It absorbs itself into the silliness of its setup, it never goes too far, even if it sometimes doesn't go far enough, and it's just an all-around good time. Watch it again if you're in the mood for something wonderfully absurd, or when your TV explodes and you don't have anything better to do. Either way, give it a look.